Can we talk? I'm at the bank trying to withdraw money for the kids' daycare and other expenses, but there's no money in the account. I couldn't even withdraw $100. Do you know anything about this?
Wasn't that payment due later?
Yeah, but I specifically marked it on our shared calendar a few days ago because I knew I would have time today. I wanted to pay it while I had time during lunch since I might forget if I put it off. Why isn't there any money in the account?
Oh yeah, I withdrew it because I needed it.
You withdrew money from our family account without discussing it with me?
I didn't think it was a big deal. I needed it urgently.
Tom, this is serious. What was so urgent that you had to empty our account without telling me?
Just some stuff I needed.
What exactly did you need? We agreed to discuss any major withdrawals.
Various things, but mainly for the gaming console that released last week.
Gaming? Wait, you bought a new gaming console? I haven't seen one at home.
I kept it somewhere else because you get mad if I played games at home. I needed the money to buy the new console and some games I want to play.
Where exactly are you keeping it, and how much did this cost?
At a friend's place. It wasn't that much.
Tom, give me the exact amount. How much did you spend?
About $800 with the games and everything. What about it?
$800 from our family account? How many times have I told you that this account is for living expenses and the children's education? When you want to buy personal items, use your own savings or money.
What else could I do? It was expensive, and I don't have any money in my account.
What happened to your last paycheck? Wasn't payday last week?
It all went to credit card payments.
All of it? What have you been buying that maxed out all your credit cards?
Just stuff I needed. Some golf equipment, new clothes for work.
Golf equipment? Since when do you play golf?
I need to start. It's important for work connections.
You've been shopping that much? I asked you not to waste money, didn't I? We reviewed our income and expenses together and calculated monthly spending limits. Why would you ignore the budgets we set together?
There are things I absolutely need to buy. What can I do?
Like what? What is so essential that you had to take money meant for our children's daycare?
You wouldn't understand. Men need certain things to maintain their status at work.
It's all because of your extravagant spending. Since what's spent is spent, you'll definitely put the money back in from next month's paycheck, right?
Yeah, I'll put it back.
I need you to promise me this can't happen again.
Okay, I'll put it back. Stop nagging.
Don't touch this account anymore. We can't sustain our lifestyle if this continues. We need to buy things for the kids and pay for daycare. This is already an expensive time for us.
It's fine if we use credit cards. We can just leave the payments to our future selves.
That kind of thinking is why you're always spending so much and ending up with no money.
I'm just having faith in our future selves. We'll earn more later.
We'll go bankrupt at this rate. We might need money for emergencies. What if one of the kids gets sick?
Never mind that. I have something to ask.
What now?
Where'd you hide the kids' bank books?
What? Why are you asking about that?
I was cleaning the house and couldn't find them. You hid them, didn't you?
Since when do you clean? You've never even changed a diaper.
That's not the point. Where are they?
Wait a minute, you never clean the house or do any housework. What's gotten into you? You're not planning to touch the kids' accounts, are you?
I suddenly have to go golfing with the CEO and his wife tomorrow. And then we're going drinking afterward. I need some money. Golfing is expensive.
Is this why you were looking for the bank books? Absolutely not!
Come on, it's for work. This is important networking.
Are you even listening to yourself? You can't steal from our children for golf.
They've got money from birth gifts, birthday presents, New Year's money, and school entrance celebrations. Not like they're using it.
That's because they're children. That money is for their future.
They'll get more celebrations in the future. And they get New Year's money every year. Using a bit won't hurt.
You are unbelievable. Do you know how hard our parents worked to save that money for them?
That's exactly my point. My parents contributed a lot to those accounts.
Yes, for their grandchildren, not for you to spend on golf.
But kids don't understand the value of money, and they have nothing to use for it right now.
They might need it in the future. College isn't free, you know.
That's years away. We can always save more later.
Like how you're saving now by maxing out credit cards?
Don't start with that again. And at least give me the portion for my parents.
What? Are you serious?
The money from my parents is practically mine. They've given quite a bit, haven't they? Come on, hand it over.
Your parents specifically said it was for their grandchildren's education.
They won't know if we use a little bit.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. This is theft, Tom.
It's not theft if it's family money.
I keep telling you, all that money was given to the children. No matter what you say, I won't let you touch the children's money. If I let you once, you'll probably use up all the money in their accounts.
You don't trust me at all, do you?
How can I when you've already emptied our joint account for a gaming console?
That was different. This is for work.
In fact, if you can't handle money responsibly, you're not giving me any choice. I'll have to put you on a daily allowance system.
What? Why should you control my wallet? I'm not a child.
Then stop acting like one. You're trying to steal from your own children.
I'm not stealing. I'm borrowing.
When exactly would you pay it back? With what money?
When I get my promotion. The CEO really likes me.
Because you can't handle money responsibly. As a result, you're trying to touch money that shouldn't be touched.
You're impossible. No wonder the guys at work say their wives are more understanding.
Oh, and which wives would those be?
Never mind. This is ridiculous. Fine, I'll use my secret savings.
Secret savings? What secret savings?
None of your business.
Good evening. I'm Amanda, the CEO's wife from Tom's company. We met at last year's company party and had such a lovely chat. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've been so busy. Oh, hello, Amanda. Yes, I remember you. That was quite a party. Your blue dress was stunning that night. Tom couldn't stop talking about how proud he was to have such a beautiful wife. That's kind of you to say. Thank you for always taking care of my husband. I heard he's going golfing with you and your husband today, followed by drinks. Yes, we had such a wonderful time. Tom is quite the natural at golf. Really? Well, that's surprising since he just started. Oh, has he not played before? He seemed so comfortable on the course. I see. And now you're all having drinks? I'm sorry we're keeping your husband so late when you have young children. Actually, he's drinking at our house right now. At your house? Oh, he said you'd be at a restaurant. I'm so sorry he's imposing on you this late. I can come pick him up right away if you'll share your address. Oh, no. Oh, please don't worry. Our home is quite spacious. And Tom seems so comfortable here already. Already? Has he been there before? Oh, I just meant he's very adaptable. We have plenty of rooms, and since I don't drink, my husband is happy to have someone to drink with. Is he not causing any trouble? He can be quite loose-tongued when drinking. Not at all. He's been telling the most fascinating stories about your family life. What kind of stories? Just little things. About how strict you are with money, how you never let him enjoy himself. I see. Actually, I wanted to ask, would it be all right if we borrowed your husband for the night? Pardon? Borrowed? Could we let him stay over? Both my husband and Tom are quite drunk, and I think it would be better if they rested here. That's why I reached out to you. This seems rather unusual for a work gathering. Oh, this is quite normal in our circles. My husband often has colleagues stay over. And you're comfortable with that arrangement? Of course! I take pride in being a generous hostess. Besides, Tom has stayed here before. Before? When was this? Oh, I meant it would be like he's stayed here before. He fits in so well with us. I see. It seems we're causing you even more trouble. It would be difficult for both Tom and you if he went home in this state, and I'm sure your children are sleeping. It would be a shame if they woke up. We don't mind at all, so we'll let him stay and send him home tomorrow. What time should I expect him? Oh, whenever he wakes up naturally. No need to rush on our account. Thank you for your consideration. I'll take you up on your kind offer. Thank you so much. I know it's an imposition, but please take care of him. While I have you, may I meddle in one more thing? What is it? Tom was just complaining about something while drinking. Complaining? About what exactly? About how you control him, the money situation specifically. Did he mention that he tried to take money from our children's accounts today? I hear you keep a tight hold on his purse strings. I know it's not my place to interfere with other households' finances, but as a fellow wife, I'm concerned. Concerned about what exactly? My husband is a CEO, you know. As women, as wives supporting our husbands, I believe we should let men maintain their dignity. And dignity requires unlimited access to money? Men need to feel powerful, Sarah. They need freedom to make their own choices. Even when those choices hurt their family? A wife shouldn't control her husband's wallet. If you tighten the purse strings too much, men will look elsewhere. Elsewhere? I can't be explicit, but you know how men are. They're always looking for freedom. You shouldn't make them feel confined. And you're speaking from experience? Let's just say I understand men's needs better than most wives. Thank you for the advice. My husband has a tendency to overspend and can't handle money responsibly. Since we have children, we're trying to discuss and decide on how to use money for our family's future. Men are always like children seeking freedom. It's up to us women to nurture them with a generous heart. Nurture? That's how I nurtured my husband into someone who doesn't worry about money, and thanks to that, I don't want for anything either. I imagine being a CEO's wife makes that easier. Oh, it's not about the money, it's about understanding what men need. And what do they need in your experience? Freedom, adventure, excitement, things that conventional wives often fail to provide. I see. Well, every marriage is different. How old are your children? 5 and 2? Such demanding ages. It must be hard managing them alone while Tom works so hard. Yes, especially since I work full-time too. Oh, you work? I thought you were a stay-at-home mother. No, I've always worked, even through both pregnancies. Our company has never had a male employee take paternity leave before, so I'm sorry we couldn't let Tom take any time off either. Excuse me? When your baby was born, such a shame he couldn't help more. That's strange. Tom told me he took 2 weeks of paternity leave, although he didn't spend much time helping around the house. Oh, I must be thinking of someone else. No, I distinctly remember because he said he told his company he wanted time off and was overjoyed when he was given 2 weeks, only to spend most of that time out with his friends. Did he? Oh, but his salary will definitely increase in the future as my husband's right-hand man, so as a wife, you should try not to make Tom feel too restricted. Well, I'm sorry for messaging so late. Good night. Wait, what do you mean by right-hand man? Oh, just that my husband has special plans for Tom's future. Nothing concrete yet. I see. Good night, then. Tom, we need to talk about your paternity leave.
What about it?
I had an interesting chat with Amanda. She said your company never gives paternity leave, even though you took 2 weeks off from work when I was having both children.
She must be confused.
Or am I confused about where you really were those 2 weeks?
Drop it, Sarah.
Were you even in the country? You said you were out with friends, but how much of that is really true?
I said drop it.
You took the kids' bank books, even though I hid them. Don't tell me you've withdrawn money. That money is for the children's future. You absolutely cannot use it.
Found them in your sock drawer. Not very creative.
How much did you take?
I need it for golfing with the CEO and his wife again. It's just a few $100s. Don't worry about it.
A few hundred? Put it back right now.
It's already spent. I needed new clubs.
Even if it's just a few hundred, even if it's just once, if you touch that money, you'll end up using it all. Absolutely not.
Stop nagging. Didn't Amanda teach you about being a proper wife?
What does Amanda have to do with this?
She told me about your line chat, about how controlling you are.
You and Amanda seem to talk a lot about me.
She understands what a wife should be.
But the CEO's family and our family have completely different incomes, situations, and family structures. We have our own way of doing things.
Even though Amanda was kind enough to give you advice, she really understands men's needs.
And what needs would those be?
Freedom, support, understanding, everything you don't give me.
Never mind that. Bring the bank books back right now. I won't forgive you if you withdraw even $1.
Too late. We're already done.
What? You really withdrew money from the children's accounts without permission?
I told you, I have the right to use the portion for my parents. I'm sick of you being so controlling. I wish I had a generous wife like Amanda.
A generous wife like Amanda? Is that what this is about?
Someone who supports my career growth instead of questioning every expense.
Career growth? Is that what you call drinking at our house?
What are you implying?
Those golf games, those late nights. How often do you really see the CEO at those meetings?
That's none of your business.
It is when you're stealing from our children to fund it.
I've had enough. We're absolutely incompatible when it comes to money management.
Only money management?
What? Want to get divorced? I don't mind. You'll be the one who regrets it.
Really? I'll regret losing a husband who steals from his children?
I provide for this family.
By maxing out credit cards and emptying savings accounts? Fine, I can't take this anymore. Let's get divorced.
Fine. Take all the kids with you. I won't pay child support either.
Put that in writing, why don't you?
Fine. That's what I'll do. I'm done with all of you.
Fine, that's what I'll do.
Get out right now from this house.
Gladly. I'll go to my parents' house with the kids. I'll contact you later about money matters like child support and division of assets. Until then, it's in your best interest not to touch the kids' accounts.
Whatever. Now I can use my salary however I want, and no one will complain about how I spend my money. What a relief. Amanda understands me better anyway.
Oh, I'm sure she does. Say hi to her for me.
Hey, Sarah. Why am I being asked for compensation? What's the certified letter of all these demands?
Did you read it carefully? Every single page?
These numbers are insane. Property division, child support, compensation?
It's a certified letter I prepared after consulting with my lawyer. I think the numbers for property division, child custody, child support, and compensation are all properly calculated with supporting evidence.
What? This is ridiculous. Why should I pay any compensation? What evidence?
Because I found out about your affair. Compensation for that is reasonable, isn't it?
Huh? Affair? What affair?
Should I be more specific? Dates, times, locations?
You're making things up.
When calculating the property division, I investigated the ATM locations where you withdrew money and your credit card statements. The ATM locations and credit card statements showed evidence of your affair. I didn't even need to hire an expensive private investigator. There was plenty of evidence.
You had no right to look into my private spending.
Private spending with our joint account and our children's money?
So you were snooping around behind my back.
Funny how you're more upset about the snooping than being caught.
You're just making assumptions.
Those hotel charges were assumptions. The jewelry store purchases I never saw. The restaurants where you'd supposedly taken clients.
That doesn't prove anything.
You're the one who was sneaking around, having an affair with the CEO's wife of all people.
How did you know it was Amanda?
Thank you for confirming that.
That's not...
When I texted her recently, she mentioned you hadn't taken paternity leave.
Huh?
That's strange, isn't it? 2 years ago, when our younger child was born, you said you took paternity leave from work, but instead of helping with childcare, you went on vacation.
Well, that...
Seems like you didn't coordinate your story with your mistress. But during the period you took paternity leave, the CEO was away on a long overseas business trip, wasn't he? You were living it up at the CEO's house, enjoying a summer vacation under the guise of paternity leave, using the CEO's money.
Have you told the CEO?
I filed for compensation from his wife, too, so it's only a matter of time.
You wouldn't dare.
The papers are already filed. Would you like me to forward you a copy?
No! This is bad! If this gets out, I'll be fired!
Should have thought about that before stealing from our children to fund your affair.
I can explain everything!
To me or to the CEO? The certified letter has already been delivered, so try to handle this responsibly. I'm waiting for your response to the letter.
Wait! Sarah! We can work this out!
Through our lawyers.
I've been told to move out. Why do I have to leave?
Have you forgotten? Who do you think made it possible to live in that house?
What do you mean?
You seem to have completely forgotten. That house is employee housing from my company. The divorce was finalized through the lawyers last week, and since we're no longer family, you have no right to live there.
Employee housing? Huh? Your company?
Did you never once wonder why our rent was so low for such a nice place?
What are you talking about?
The reason we could live in such a spacious 3-bedroom apartment near the station for just $900 is because it's company housing.
$900? Is this apartment really that cheap?
For this area, market rate would be at least $2,500.
But I thought...
You didn't even pay the rent yourself, so you had no idea. You just kept spending recklessly with no savings, and your monthly salary mostly went to credit card payments for things you bought expecting your future self to pay for. You only contributed $200 a month to the household.
But I'm supposed to become the CEO's right-hand man and get a raise in the future.
Still believing that fantasy after everything?
Amanda promised.
After having an affair with the CEO's wife, do you think you'll earn more than me? I make more than twice what you do.
Wait a minute. You earn more than twice what I do?
Why do you think we could afford this lifestyle?
How much exactly do you make?
How do you think we lived so comfortably when you barely contributed any money to the household?
Well, I just thought, with savings and using all your salary, we could manage somehow.
While you spent money on games and golf?
Make it sound so bad.
So you thought it was fine to spend money on games and things you want while my entire salary went to living expenses?
I work hard every day.
And I don't? Who gets up at 5 a.m. to prepare everything for the kids?
That's different. I work in an office.
We both work every day. I did all the housework and childcare by myself, but you still think you worked harder?
Men and women have different roles.
Yes, apparently your role was to empty our accounts while having an affair. I understand now just how self-centered you are. We can live just fine on my salary like before, so we don't need you.
You can't just throw me out.
Actually, I can. The housing office already approved it.
Give me some time to find a place.
Since the divorce is final and we're strangers now, let's just clear up the financial matters through the lawyers.
Wait. I'm about to lose my home and my job in this situation. Because you explained everything to my parents first, they're saying they'll cut ties with me.
Oh, you've spoken with them? What did they say about the money you took from their grandchildren?
They're overreacting, just like you.
Don't you have the generous CEO's wife? Why don't ask her for help?
About that. Amanda just texted me saying she's been kicked out of her house penniless. She's saying she's coming to stay here.
Here? In my company housing?
She has nowhere else to go.
Why don't you help her move and look for a place to live together?
That's irresponsible.
Now you're talking about responsibility?
This isn't funny.
You got married, had children, had an affair, spent the money meant for the children, and drove your family to ruin. Aren't you the irresponsible one?
Just talk to your company. At least help me stay here a little longer. Please, Sarah. You know I don't have enough money to move right away.
Since we're divorced, there's nothing I can do. Talking about money with you is pointless, so I'm leaving everything to the lawyer.
What about the kids? Don't they need their father?
Child support is the top priority, so at least try to fulfill your responsibility as a father.
How am I supposed to pay child support when I have no job and nowhere to live?
It's a question you should have asked yourself before starting an affair with your boss's wife.
Wait! Sarah! I don't have any money!
Goodbye, Tom.
Sarah, please. Can I at least see the kids?
When you start making child support payments, we can discuss visitation.
I'm doing day labor now. It's barely enough to eat.
Welcome to the consequences of your actions.
Amanda left me.
Oh?
She couldn't handle living in a cheap apartment. Said she needs her lifestyle.
Ironic, isn't it? Having a partner who can't handle money responsibly.
I get it now. I really get it.
Too little, too late. Through the lawyer, we settled on my ex-husband repaying the money he had misappropriated, with minimal property division, plus child support and compensation, along with repayment of the money he had taken without permission. He lost his job and hasn't been successful in finding new employment, so he's barely getting by with day labor jobs. Apparently, he and the CEO's wife briefly moved into a cheap apartment together, but he ended up leaving her because she couldn't break her expensive spending habits from her life as a CEO's wife. I think he might finally understand a bit of what it feels like to have a partner who wastes money, and I hope that he finally realizes that he got what he deserved, and that he has no one to blame but himself for losing the happiness we once shared. Sarah, I need to discuss something with you. We're struggling with living expenses this month. Could you help us out? I told you last time that would be the final time. I won't be providing any more support to my second son's family. Please try to manage on your own. Don't be so cold. This time it's really serious. It's the kid's birthday this month, and we can't even afford presents or cake. Excuse me? And the school is asking for additional activity fees. The children will be left out if we can't pay. You're always bringing up new expenses after I say no. Because they keep coming up. Do you want your grandchildren's birthdays to be miserable? You wouldn't want that, would you? So you'll help us, right? I feel for my grandchildren, but that's a separate issue. You should be able to celebrate your children's birthdays with your own means. Stop relying on my money. The kids are talking about their cousins' big parties last week. They looked so sad. Perhaps if you and Michael kept your jobs, you could afford such things. Come on, Sarah, don't be such a miser. You're living comfortably on your pension, and Thomas lives with you, so you're not struggling financially. Why won't you use your excess money to help family in need? If you were truly struggling, I would help, but in your case, you're just trying to take advantage of me. What did you say? Remember last month when you said you needed money for car repairs? Yes, and you refused to help then, too. I saw you at the mall the next day, shopping bags in hand. That was different. There was a sale. I won't help people like that. I heard from Aunt Mary that both you and Michael quit your jobs again. Well, the bonus was too small. You recommended those jobs, saying that they would be good, but the salary was low, the bonus was tiny. It's only natural to quit a company that doesn't motivate its employees. The company gave you both chances, despite your spotty work history. They even trained you. Training? They just made us do boring paperwork all day. You should be grateful to even get a bonus after only working 6 months. You two are really alike, no patience at all. You never keep a job long, that's why you have no money. Even relatives tried to help by finding you work, and you've made me lose face because of your behavior. Shut up! It's your fault for recommending such terrible companies. Either find us better paying jobs that suit our personalities, or take responsibility and help us with living expenses. What unreasonable people you are. How can you say that after everything we've done for this family? What exactly have you done? Well, we visit during holidays, we bring the grandchildren. Only when you need something. That's not true. We came for New Year's, didn't we? Yes, and immediately asked for money for winter clothes. We're family, aren't we? Are you just going to ignore our situation? Let's talk about family then. When was the last time you visited without asking for money? That's not the point. You're changing the subject. I'm sorry, but I don't have that kind of flexibility anymore. If you're talking about family helping each other, why didn't you help us too? Please stop asking for support. Help you? With what? You have everything. Do I? Have you ever asked how we're doing? Huh? Why don't you have flexibility? You have your pension and Thomas's income. You're not struggling at all. That reliable Thomas had to take leave from work. What? Why would he do that? He's always working. He didn't have a choice. What do you mean? Is he being lazy like Michael? I don't want to spread this around, but Thomas was diagnosed with an illness. It's quite serious. He can't work because of the treatment. Really? That serious? Yes, it's serious and quite difficult. We don't even know how much the treatment will cost. Oh, but surely his insurance will cover it. Insurance doesn't cover everything. There are many extra expenses. But still, you must have savings. So please leave us alone for a while. I need to prepare for his future treatment costs, so I can't help you. If anything, in the spirit of family helping each other, I'd like your help. Help? What kind of help? Even just emotional support would mean something. Visiting Thomas at the hospital. No way, that's impossible for us. We don't even have jobs or money. Money isn't everything, just being there. Hospitals are depressing, and the kids might get scared. I know that. That's why the best help you can give is to leave us alone. Please try to become independent. Take care now.
Mom, I've been thinking.
What is it, dear?
Mom, thinking of stopping the treatment.
What? Why are you suddenly saying this? You just started your hospital stay today.
I saw the cost estimates today. It's worse than we thought.
What do you mean?
The treatment costs are higher than I imagined. They're saying I might need treatments not covered by insurance, and I'm worried about the out-of-pocket expenses. I'm not sure all my savings will be enough.
Is that what's been bothering you all day?
I can't stop thinking about it. The numbers keep running through my head.
Oh, don't worry about that. If your savings aren't enough, I'll cover it. This is exactly when you should rely on your mother.
But Mom, your retirement.
Don't even think about that.
I can't do that. Your savings are for your retirement. I can't let you use them on me.
Listen to me, Thomas.
But Mom...
What are you talking about? I have no interest in a retirement where my son died because he couldn't get proper treatment. Money means nothing without you.
Mom...
Besides, there's something I haven't told you.
What is it?
You've been paying for living expenses while living with me. Thanks to that, I've saved quite a bit. It's only natural for me to use that money to repay you. Even if I use up my savings, I still have your father's insurance.
What? Dad's inheritance is still there.
Every penny of it.
But I thought you used that for house repairs last year.
That came from my regular savings. I never touched your father's money. It's practically untouched. Parents save more than their children realize, so Thomas, focus on getting treatment and beating this illness. That's the most cost-effective approach. A prolonged hospital stay would cost more in the long run.
You've been planning ahead all this time.
Of course, that's what parents do.
Well, I've been worrying about money.
That's enough of that kind of talk.
You're right, Mom. I guess being admitted to the hospital properly made me a bit depressed. I'll focus on the treatment and getting better.
That's my boy. How are you feeling now?
Better after talking with you. The nurses here are kind too.
Really, don't worry about money. Just focus on getting well. Rachel, what's happening out there? Oh, good. You're home. Wait a minute, Rachel. What's with all these boxes? Michael won't answer my calls. Please explain what's going on.
Don't act surprised. You must have expected this.
Expected what exactly?
What's to explain? It's exactly what it looks like. We've sent over our moving boxes.
Moving boxes? These are all yours?
Of course. The kids' toys, our clothes, everything.
You don't mean you're planning to live here?
Obviously. Where else would we go?
But why would you?
Yes, when the eldest son dies, the second son becomes the heir, right? So this house will soon be ours. I heard he has 3 months to live after being hospitalized. We knew it was serious, but wow, it's really bad, isn't it?
How dare you?
What? Did I say something wrong? It's just common sense.
What's bad is your head. What kind of person are you?
Huh? Did I say something wrong? When the eldest son dies, the second son automatically inherits the family home, right?
Stop talking as if Thomas is already dead. He's fighting hard with his treatment. This is incredibly disrespectful.
Oh, please, don't be so sensitive. We're just being practical. But with only 3 months to live, treatment won't make any difference, will it? In situations like this, we need to act quickly before death occurs. Like they say, strike while the iron is hot.
What?
Besides, we've been looking at houses and the market is terrible. This is really lucky for us. The kids are getting bigger and we've been wanting a house. But there's no way we could afford to buy one. Even though this place is a bit old, it's quite spacious, so it'll work perfectly.
Lucky? You call my son's illness lucky?
Well, when you think about it practically.
Practically?
Yes, the timing couldn't be better. Our lease is almost up.
You are truly disrespectful people, using a family member's illness to satisfy your own greed.
Don't twist my words. I'm thinking of everyone's benefit here.
Everyone's benefit?
Of course. Think about it. You're getting older. This house is too big for you alone.
I'm not alone. Thomas is here.
Not for long, though, right? And then...
Then what?
How dare you say that? You'll be begging us to take over the house after Thomas dies anyway. We're coming this weekend, so make sure you're out of the house by then, Sarah.
What? Why should I leave my own house?
Oh, come on. You didn't think we'd want to live with you, did you?
This is my home.
Because I don't want to live with a mother-in-law. It's fine for Michael to inherit the house, but there's no way I'm living with you. We'll take the house, but you should go to a nursing home or something.
A nursing home?
Yes, there's a nice one just outside the city, very affordable.
What? You selfishly want the house but want me to leave? How self-centered can you be?
Just so you know, this isn't just my decision. Michael agrees too.
No way.
Of course it's true. Want to know what he said?
What did he say?
When I said I didn't want to live with you, he completely agreed. Said he absolutely doesn't want to live with his nagging mother either.
My own son said that?
Yes, he said you're always comparing him to Thomas.
You two are unbelievable. You haven't even visited Thomas since learning about his illness, haven't shown any concern about his condition. All you care about is yourselves. How pathetic.
Visiting sick people is depressing. Besides, what's the point?
The point?
Shut up, you old hag. You just need to quietly obey the future heirs. We're taking this house. After the eldest son dies, you can go to a nursing home. Well, say something.
All right. I'll leave everything to you then.
Really? Well, that was easier than I expected.
Yes, you made your position quite clear.
Pack your stuff quickly. You better be gone by the time we get there.
Yes, I'll pack and leave immediately. But I have one condition. In exchange for leaving, promise me you'll never contact us again.
Huh?
You heard me clearly.
What do you mean, never contact you?
I'll leave this house as you wish. In exchange, never come to us with requests or favors again, and no more daily support. Preferably don't contact us at all.
Are you saying you want to cut ties with us?
Do I need to spell it out more clearly?
But what about the grandchildren?
Weren't you just saying how depressing it would be to visit us?
Well, that's different. This is about inheritance.
Simply put, yes. In exchange for leaving, I want you to cut ties with both Thomas and me.
You can't be serious.
I've never been more serious.
That's totally fine with me. Actually, I am thrilled to cut ties with such a troublesome mother-in-law.
Perfect. We understand each other.
Finally, no more nagging about jobs and responsibility.
Then we have a deal? Now, I can leave this house without regrets. I'll leave your boxes somewhere in the house.
Thanks, we'll unpack ourselves. So just focus on getting out.
How thoughtful of you.
Just make sure you don't take anything that belongs to the house.
Well, of course not. I wouldn't want to start my new life with any reminders.
Sarah, answer your phone.
Hello?
What's going on, Sarah? We came to move in with the whole family today, but suddenly real estate agents showed up. They're trying to force us out, saying they need to proceed with the sale.
Rachel, didn't I tell you not to contact me after I left the house? How terrible of you to break our promise so quickly.
Forget about that. This is an emergency.
Is it?
That doesn't matter right now. Explain what's going on. The real estate agents say they were hired by you, the owner. What is this all about?
It's exactly as the agent said. I decided to sell the house for Thomas's treatment. When Thomas mentioned his treatment might cost more than expected, I thought it would be better to sell now rather than panic sell later. I decided to convert it to cash early. As you said, strike while the iron is hot.
You're using my own words against me?
They seemed so practical when you said them.
But that doesn't answer my question at all. Why are you selling it arbitrarily? You gave this house to your son's second family. How can you just sell it?
Given it? When exactly did that happen?
When you agreed to leave.
Oh, I never said I would give it to the second son's family. You told me to leave, so I'm leaving. I never once said I would give you the house. You misunderstood on your own, so stop getting angry about it.
What?
You seem surprised.
Of course I'm surprised. This isn't what we agreed to.
What exactly did we agree to? Please remind me.
That you would leave.
And I did leave. I never intended to give that house to you. You told me to leave, so I packed my bags and prepared to leave. And while preparing to leave, I also prepared to sell.
Then why did you accept our belongings?
Should I have left them in the rain?
Don't act innocent.
Well, that means nothing. You sent them on your own, and out of kindness, I let them stay. Just for the few days until the house sells, though.
This is ridiculous. Cancel the sale immediately. This house should go to the second son's family.
According to whom?
According to tradition, according to family values.
Oh, family values? Like kicking out your mother-in-law?
That's different. We need the space.
It's just your own arbitrary decision. Besides, I won't listen to any more requests from you. That was also part of our agreement when I left.
What agreement? What are you talking about?
Don't pretend you don't remember. In exchange for leaving, you agreed never to contact us again or make requests. You agreed to that, didn't you? You seem to be having trouble with your memory.
But...
So please, stop being so selfish and don't interfere with the real estate agents. If you cause too much trouble, they'll call the police.
Call the police?
Yes, trespassing is a serious offense.
But our things are still inside.
The agents will give you reasonable time to collect them. I hope you find a nice house where your whole family can live together soon.
Mom, pick up your phone!
Yes?
This is cruel, Mom. Why are you being so cold only to us, your second son's family?
My goodness, I've always tried to treat my children equally.
No, you're too cold to us. We're in such a trouble and you won't help. After that, we got kicked out by the real estate agents and had to stay in a hotel. We're already broke. How are we supposed to handle this?
Did you call just to complain?
We're sleeping in a hotel, Mom. A hotel!
Well, that's not my concern. We've cut ties, so please stop contacting me.
Why are you so cold? Cutting ties just because we wanted the house is too harsh. Mom, you've always been like this. Always favoring my brother and being cold to me.
Always been like this? Give me an example.
Like when we were kids. Thomas always got better grades.
Because he studied harder.
You always gave him more attention.
Ugh, what nonsense are you talking about? I'll say it again. I have always raised both of you equally. I let you both go to the universities you wanted. When you failed your college entrance exam and needed an extra year, did I ever object? I supported you financially without complaint. How is that being cold?
Well...
Should we talk about your university years?
What about them?
Who paid for your repeated course fees when you failed classes?
That was...
And what about your wedding? When you asked for help, I gave exactly what you requested. And during your married life, too. How is any of that being a cold parent?
But brother is always by your side. You give him more support than us, don't you?
Excuse me?
It's obvious. Brother never married, still lives at home. Until he was hospitalized, he was living off your pension, right? Sure, each time you help us, it might be a larger amount. But overall, you must have given him more support to him.
You really believe that?
Of course! He never moved out, never had to pay rent.
That's just your baseless assumption. Actually, Thomas has never relied on me financially. On the contrary, he's been paying all the living expenses.
What? Really?
Not just the bills. He maintains the house, helps with groceries. He even gives me spending money, always thanking me for doing the housework. If anything, I'm the one depending on him. Meanwhile, you two want the house but refuse to live with me, making selfish demands. When you get kicked out, you play the victim, saying I'm being cold to you. You and your brother are complete opposites. You're selfish and greedy.
It's not fair. I have my own family to think about.
Yes, I can see how well you're thinking about them.
Shut up! Once Thomas dies, I'll be your only son. You only have to rely on us in your old age. If you keep being mean like this, we won't help you then.
Help me in my old age? Oh, like you've been helping now?
This is different. We're just going through a rough patch.
I was never counting on you two anyway. I have enough saved for retirement, and Thomas will get better with proper treatment. He won't disappear in 3 months, so I have nothing to fear.
What are you talking about?
Which part confuses you?
Huh? Wait, isn't brother terminal with 3 months to live? But I definitely heard he was given 3 months.
From whom? The doctors? Did you visit him in the hospital?
Well, no, but Rachel said...
That was only if he received no treatment at all. The treatment is expensive, but with proper surgery, he'll be fine. Thomas's illness is curable.
Really?
Yes, once he was properly admitted to the hospital and fully examined, they found the disease progression was slower than expected. He'll definitely recover, so don't worry. The doctors assured us too.
But Rachel said...
Perhaps if you'd visited your brother, you'd know the truth.
What? So I won't be the only son? No way! What am I going to do? I thought for sure you'd come crawling to us after brother died, even if we were estranged. I thought everything would become mine.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
What?
Your brother is fighting for his life, and all you can think about is inheritance?
That's not what I meant.
That will absolutely never happen. More importantly, you should worry about your own health and your future life.
My health? What do you mean?
I received some documents for you from Aunt Mary. Apparently you had a health check before quitting your job. The results came in and the numbers are frighteningly high. I believe it says you need to go to the hospital immediately.
What? That kind of envelope is terrifying.
Perhaps now you understand how your brother felt.
But it's probably nothing serious.
Like Thomas's illness was nothing serious?
That's different. I feel fine.
Hopefully it's just a matter of detailed examination. Well, whatever happens, you'll have to handle it yourselves. Since we're estranged, it's none of my business.
Mom, you can't be serious.
Why not? Isn't this what you wanted?
You're kidding, right? Even if they find something seriously wrong with me, you won't help? Won't you help us with the money from selling the house?
But we've cut ties, remember?
That was Rachel's idea. I never agreed.
Oh? So you didn't agree when she said you didn't want to live with your nagging mother?
I was just angry.
No way.
Mom, please. What if something's serious?
Then you should start looking for a job with good health insurance.
But what about the treatment cost?
The house was old anyway, and I was thinking of moving somewhere new. Once Thomas recovers, we might move to a nice apartment. Well then, good luck with Rachel. You have children to protect after all. It's time you showed them what responsible parents look like. Michael's detailed examination revealed a large tumor. While surgery would resolve the issue, he was terrified, facing a serious illness for the first time. He sent tearful apologies, saying, "I never knew illnesses could be so frightening. What horrible things I said when my brother was hospitalized." However, since Thomas had already blocked the second son's family, the apologies never reached him. After surgery, both Michael and Rachel finally started seriously looking for jobs. They found work at a local supermarket and factory, respectively. For the first time in their adult lives, they held jobs for more than a year. The experience of illness had changed their perspective on life and responsibility. As for Thomas, his treatment is almost complete. The doctors are optimistic about his full recovery. Sarah is currently living in an apartment near the hospital to watch over Thomas, and once he's discharged, mother and son plan to support each other while living in a nice new apartment. They occasionally hear about Michael's family through relatives, but maintain their distance, having found peace in their quieter life together.
Hey, let me inside of there right now. I came all the way to this funeral out of kindness for you all, and yet you're kicking me out? You guys are all terrible. It's almost like I'm being treated like a stranger, even though this is the funeral of my sister-in-law's mother. And to be honest, she wasn't even that close to me, but I still came here out of the goodness of my heart, and yet you've now gone and trampled all over my feelings. Rosie, I appreciate that you came all the way out to my mom's funeral, but what is up with your outfit? You showed up here in a bright red party dress, so of course you're going to be kicked out of something as serious as this funeral. What? This red dress I have on is so cute, though. I cannot believe you guys would kick me out for only wearing something like this. I even bought it specifically for a day like today so that I could lighten the mood a little for everyone, along with my new song. I went out of my way to buy this dress for all of you to be happy. Huh? And when it comes to my makeup, that's on point as well today. I could see that. And right as I was starting to take all of those cute selfies in the back of the room, you had me kicked out. That was really cruel of you, and I demand that you let me back in right now. If not, I'm going to tell everyone just how mean of a woman you really are. I don't think it's me being the mean one here. Coming in that bright red dress just to take some cute selfies at my mom's funeral is very inappropriate. And when you came through the doors, the first words you had to say to me were, "Congratulations on my mom's death." Well, I was just being honest. I'm kind of happy that the nagging old lady is finally gone and out of our hair, you know? And I was assuming that you were happy about that too, Mariah. What? You know, I still remember all of those things that happened at my brother's and your wedding. I was really looking forward to it and everything, but then your mother started to yell at me about everything, even though it was our first time meeting. I will never forget about how mean she really was back then. I get that my mom was being a bit mean to you yelling like that the first time you both met there, but you came to the funeral dressed just as inappropriately as you're dressed today. You wore an all-white wedding dress to our wedding and weren't even the bride. And what are you saying was wrong with that? It was a very cute dress that I found and I thought looked great on me. I wanted to bring a bit more liveliness to your guys' wedding, and that's why I bought it and wore it then. But then the moment I showed up, the first thing your mother started to do was yell at me for wearing a cute white dress. She even told me that I was stupid for thinking something like that would be a good idea. So from that moment on, I have really held a massive grudge against your jerk of a mother. Then why did you come out to her funeral today? Did you only come today wearing that red dress as some sort of a spiteful gesture towards her? What? Someone as kind as me would never do such a petty thing at someone's funeral. I just happened to be very thoughtful is all, and even though I hated the old hag, I still wanted to be here to pay my respects to her. So please, don't take this the wrong way. Then how come you didn't come here wearing a black dress like all of the other mourners? Really? A black dress would make me look all depressing in my selfies. Whereas a red dress makes me seem all cute and girly at an event such as this. Huh? Now as for those selfies I took before getting kicked out of there, I need to find the best ones and post them online right away. Rosie, I'm sorry, but could you please just go home now? Fine, I can go. But just make sure that I get my share of that inheritance later on, okay? I went through all of this trouble coming to the funeral of somebody I've never even liked today, so it's only fair that I get a cut of it, right? I see. So my mom's money was your intention from the start? I really hated your mother for being such a stuck-up bitch all the time, but I knew that those types of women always save up a lot of money. So I'm going to assume she still has a lot left over that she couldn't spend before kicking the can? I really look forward to getting my hands on some of it soon. Rosie, how shameless can you really be? First, you come here not honoring the dress code that was put in place for the funeral, and now you're going on about my mom's inheritance like that? I'm sorry, but that kind of dress code that you're talking about doesn't exist anymore in this day and age. Who actually wants to have everyone wearing all black to their funeral anyway? Lame! Rosie! I'm going to be leaving now, so enjoy the rest of the funeral. And once again, congrats on your mother passing away. Don't forget about giving me a part of that inheritance, okay? Remember that I need a cut. Goodbye now. Just go already. And consider this your last time ever being around me, because I am through with you. What you did today was super wrong, and you have made everyone here at this funeral shocked by your childish behavior. And I will not forgive you for that.
Mariah, you don't have to force yourself to go to Rosie's wedding, all right? She won't care if you don't show up for it, so stop getting so worked up, please.
Wait, what's all of this about? I was thinking that since it's going to be her wedding and you want to celebrate it, it would be fun to go there together.
I really am glad you think of her wedding that way. But what happened 3 years ago? You've still not forgiven her, right? Even I haven't forgiven her yet for being such an idiot about everything back then. And honestly, I don't really want to go to her wedding.
Thank you so much for thinking about how I feel right now. But that and this are two different things. I want for the both of us to be there for her wedding.
Are you really okay with doing that? Ever since your mother's funeral, you haven't seen my sister. And if you were to stay home from her wedding, everyone would understand why.
I guess that's right. And that's kind of why I was thinking of going to her wedding dressed in funeral clothing. Since there are people who will understand how I feel, there shouldn't be a problem with me doing that, right? Actually, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Wait, that's a really freaking good idea. As long as you're not joking about that, I think I might go there in funeral clothing too.
Wait a second. Oscar, what are you talking about? I was just joking then. Would you really want to do something that stupid at your sister's wedding?
3 years ago, that funeral for your mother really was a tough time for me. Your mother was always so kind to me and such a perfect human being, and when my little sister came to that funeral to ruin it, I knew right then and there that I'd never be able to forgive her for doing such a heinous thing. I understand that this may sound stupid of me, but I can't let my sister get away with thinking what she'd done was okay.
Oscar?
So whether that was really meant to be a joke or you were being serious, I will do as you do. If you're really wanting to go, then I'll go too. If you want to skip it, then I'm totally okay with skipping it too. And if you're saying that you want to go there in funeral clothing, then I'll do the same thing with you and show her we're not messing around.
Thank you so much, Oscar. Having someone like you supporting whatever choice I make really makes me feel a lot better inside. How about we put a little bit more thought into what to do about your sister's wedding then, all right? I'm going to be frank here. I actually really want to go see that wedding.
I will always be right behind you no matter what. I've always thought of you as the most important person in my life, and that goes for your feelings as well.
I am so freaking happy right now. Hearing that both you and my older brother will be coming out to my wedding, you guys really want to celebrate me. That's right, because something like a wedding really is worth celebrating. 3 years ago, we had a lot happening between us, but that was a while ago. And that's why I'm okay with coming out to see you get married. Thank you so much, Mariah. I always knew that someone like my brother would have to come, and that alone would have made me really happy. But knowing you'll be coming now has got me rocking in excitement. Now I'm hoping for an even better present from the both of you. This wedding is going to cost me a lot of money to hold, but with you both offering up some good cash as presents for me, I'll be all right. What? Well, if you're coming out to my wedding, that means the both of you will be bringing me some money as a gift, right? Especially since I didn't get any of that inheritance from your mother 3 years ago. So that means this time you guys will have to give me a lot more than usual, right? You think $10,000 would be enough for me? Expecting us to give you that kind of money isn't a good thing. I already talked with Oscar about it, and he said we'd be giving you just a regular amount of money as your present. Huh? No way that's what you guys are thinking. At the very least, you both bring me $10,000. You still have all that money from your dead mother, so you should be able to afford this. What? Back then, I was told some bullcrap about how I had no right to any of your mother's money, and that left me not getting one single dollar from her and you guys in the end. But when it comes to my wedding, I have the right to get however much money I ask for since I'm the bride. Which is why I'm asking for my cut of that inheritance as part of my wedding gift for you too. It's not like either of you have used that money on anything and are just going to save it all your life, right? 3 years have gone by and still no apology for what you did then, and just more talk about how you want my mom's money. So, like we've all agreed on, make sure that you and my brother make it to my wedding with that money in hand that I've asked for. I will be expecting a lot of money from you both. Sure thing. We'll make sure to present you with a gift you'll never be able to forget. Awesome! If you both are going to be bringing me that kind of money, I'm going to make sure I have the best wedding dress on for the special day. I should have more than enough money after you both come to pay the difference. I'll make sure to do what I can to ensure that you have yourself the best wedding ever. Now please continue to get all excited looking forward to your wedding for me. What the hell is going on here? This is a once-in-a-lifetime event for someone like me, yet you all came wearing damn funeral clothing? Don't be so mean, Rosie. We both came here in only our cutest fashion to celebrate you, and you've gone and kicked us both out? Huh? Are you and my brother frickin' idiots? You both have to be screwed in the head for coming to my wedding dressed all in black. Why did you guys not respect the dress code I made for my wedding today? What? Something like a dress code is a thing of the past, you know. Nobody ever has one of those in this day and age, right? You were the one that said that about the dress code at my mom's funeral, so we thought it would be okay to do the same thing here.
What?
Yet you're going to kick us out of your wedding now? That's really backwards of you. All Oscar and I did was the same thing you did to us back then.
You're frickin' joking, right? So you came here dressed like that to get your revenge?
Don't say something so scary like us getting revenge or anything. I just came here like this to make sure things were equal between you and I.
To make things equal?
You wanted to come to a funeral in a bright red party dress. So I thought it would be fitting to come to your wedding in black funeral clothing. That way things would be equal between you and I, right?
I am not screwing around right now. That right there is you trying to get revenge for what happened 3 years ago. You came here to get payback for what happened back then. How dare you do something so sly during my celebration of all things? Both you and my brother are the frickin' worst.
Don't get so upset, please. We came here to celebrate you after all.
Huh? How the hell does you both wearing all black to my wedding equal you guys wanting to celebrate me?
Look at it this way. A lot of people say that weddings are like the death of your single life, right? And, well, considering the poor soul that is having to marry a freak like you today, we thought we'd be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. That's why both Oscar and I really came here today in funeral clothing. We wanted to mourn that poor groom of yours and the end of your life as a single woman. Congrats on the marriage, though. I'm sure it will be tough for you guys, but please do your best. We both wanted you to understand that's how we feel about you today, hence this choice of clothing.
You seriously need to cut that crap out right now. I am asking you both to please go home right now. Because of you both, you've gone and taken what was supposed to be my perfect wedding and created a strange atmosphere.
But we came all the way out here to celebrate you out of the kindness of our hearts. And it's been 3 years since we last met, so you kicking us out now is really saddening. But if the bride of this wedding is really asking us to leave today, I guess we have no choice but to leave. We've already made sure to give the groom what we needed to, so there's nothing else we really need to do here, which means we'll be leaving now.
Hold it right there! What the hell did you give to my fiancé? What the actual hell were you handing to him dressed like that?
Oh, we made sure to hand him prints of all those things you posted about back in the day. Do you remember all of those selfies you posted 3 years ago while you were at my mom's funeral? I made sure to screenshot all of those and save them for a time like this.
What did you say?
So if you went and deleted all those posts before you met your fiancé, that was a waste. Because we made sure to show your groom all of those pictures you posted, as well as all of those comments you made about getting a piece of my mom's inheritance.
You're lying, right? What the hell do you think you're doing right now? Was there any reason to be telling him all about that stuff?
Wait. There were plenty of reasons to. He and I are going to become family here soon, and I thought it would be very important for him to understand the kind of relationship his soon-to-be wife and I have with one another.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to make up an excuse for all of this to him?
Oscar and I are leaving now. It sucks that the both of us can't watch the rest of your wonderful and perfect wedding, but I hope that both you and your man can enjoy the rest of your once-in-a-lifetime wedding today.
Why would you do all of this to me? It's all your fault that my wedding had to end up getting canceled.
What? Does that really mean things didn't go as planned? Because I never went there with the intention of having your wedding get canceled.
I am not taking any more of that BS from you. This is because of you and my brother both coming to my wedding in that funeral clothing. And because you guys went and told my man about what happened at that funeral, that my damn wedding had to be canceled. And if things couldn't have gotten any worse, I was hit by the both of my parents.
Really? Your 2 really kind parents would do that?
They told me that because I never ever apologized for all the crap I did 3 years ago, I have gone and embarrassed the whole family. And that made those 2 frickin' furious with me.
I guess that was the effect of showing them all those screenshots I'd taken. Thank goodness I made an effort to save everything you did in the past and print them all out for an event like your wedding day.
Now that things have gone to hell, I'm going to make you pay for it all. You take full responsibility for ruining my life. I was so close to being able to marry the man of my dreams. I had been in love with him all throughout my school days. I was finally able to date him for a few years and then have the chance of having a wedding with him and everything. But then it all came down around me in this horrendous fashion that you planned. I never thought I'd see this. I was told by him that he doesn't want to marry such a frickin' jerk like me anymore. And he said from here on he's going to be working on calling things off with me and the rest of my family. Wow. So not only was your wedding canceled, but you're going to have to lose your fiancé as well. This is all your fault. You're dirty for bringing something that happened years ago back up to take me down. I am not going to let you get away with any of what you did to me. I will make sure you take responsibility for all the hell you've put me through and all the hell that will come later on in my life. Understood. Then before we get to you making me take any responsibility for all of that, let's work on you and the responsibility you still have. Sound good? Huh? The responsibility I still have? I would really like to have another chance at giving my mom the funeral she deserves. I want to forget about all the hell that you caused for Oscar and I back then, so in order to do that, we need to have another funeral for her. So before we get to whatever you're planning on doing with me, let's have you take responsibility for everything you ruined in my life back then. If you can do that for me, then I'll be more than happy to take responsibility for your wedding being canceled. Responsibility? How am I supposed to take that for a funeral that happened 3 years ago? I can't get you to forget about all those bad memories. And how are we supposed to have another funeral for her when she's already 6 feet under? Then I guess there's no way for me to take responsibility for what happened to your wedding today. What? I don't understand why you think you can force others to do what you obviously can't. You're kidding me. Then what the hell am I supposed to do about my wedding? The wedding was canceled on me and I'm being thrown out by my fiancé. And you're now saying you're not going to take the blame for all of this? If you want me to break this all down for you with one simple word, let's call this you getting what you damn well deserved. That's all from me now. Hope you can set things right with your fiancé. What am I going to do? I wasn't able to make things right with him. He's going to leave me and never come back. I'm being abandoned by my high school crush. And that really sucks, doesn't it? Try your best to find someone new. Shut your damn mouth. This all happened because of you and your stinking BS that you pulled at my wedding. Now I'm going to screw you and your life up. I'm going to make you regret ever thinking that you could come out and screw with my wedding like that. I already had to go through the same exact experience when you came and ruined my mom's funeral for me, though. Yet you're going to come and do me in even more? Shut up! Until I've done something even worse to you for all of this, I cannot rest. I'm going to go back online and post about how you went and ruined my wedding and marriage the way you did. I'll ask all of my friends to gather with me so that we can take you the hell down. And when that happens, you can kiss your online life goodbye. I'll make sure they all know where you work, where you live, and who all your family is so that your life will be over. The fact that you think you can take me down using the same tool that ruined your own life is pretty crazy. Huh? What the hell? Are you trying to piss me off even more? Not at all. And if you really want to start posting things like that online again, I'm not going to stop you from doing so. But I don't think that's the smartest idea if you're asking me. It looked as though all of your friends and followers were happy to see what I did at your wedding, so no matter what you have to say about it, they won't listen. What? They were all happy about what you did at my wedding? What does that mean? At your wedding the other day, you kicked Oscar and I out of it, right? When we were about to head home, some of your friends came out and called for us to wait. They all told us how pleased they were with what we did to get back at you, and then thanked us for it. Huh? What did you say? That's when they told us they'd be going home with us. We all joked about you all the way home, and some of your friends even told us they'd post about what happened online later. So, do you really think that they're going to have your back when you go online bitching and hollering? I don't think so. Now that you mention it, before it was announced that the wedding was canceled, all of my friends were gone. That means, I just started to get a bunch of messages from all of my friends telling me to F off and they aren't my friend anymore.
Really? I just started to look at everything they were saying to me about the wedding right now. I didn't have time after the wedding to check on any of their texts because I was too busy talking to my fiancé. I just had to look at all of their texts and they all have told me that we're no longer friends. Literally everyone I invited is telling me they've cut ties to me. My. I wonder what got into all of them. They all sent me some really angry messages. Why? Some of them have told me that up until my wedding they were already on the edge about me, but that the wedding was the last straw. And a lot of them seem to have not forgotten about what happened when I came to your wedding in a wedding dress myself. And some of them are even saying they finally feel confident in calling me a total dumbass bitch, and that's why they're leaving me. So it seems that everyone can tell just how much of a total jackass you are. No wonder they were all happy when I came to your wedding in all black attire. Why is this happening to me? Not only has my wedding and chances of marriage been ruined, but now all of my IRL friends are leaving me too. Why do I have to live through all of this hell now? Because you've done so many horrendous and outright ridiculous things that have gotten you here. I don't feel bad for you at all for losing both your fiancé and all your friends, so don't expect me to listen to you cry about it anymore. Like I said, you deserved every single bit of this. No way. Sorry that things had to come to this, and considering that neither one of us can forgive each other, I guess this is the end of the line. Let's cut ties to one another as well now. I promise to never go around you ever again, as long as you can promise the same for me. Have a good one. If you want to gain anything from all that's happened to you, take it as a warning and start to fix your screwed up head. After that, Rosie was forced to pay for the whole entire wedding by her fiancé after he said it was all her fault that it had to be canceled. The only issue for her was that she had no real money and all of her friends and family were sick and tired of her and wouldn't help. Even her own parents told her that they had enough of her crap and told her to figure things out on her own like a real adult. In the end, she had to go and borrow all the money she needed to pay things off and is now working close to 80 hours a week trying to pay all that debt off. As for myself and Oscar, after having seen us both come to the wedding in all black funeral clothing, everyone came and said sorry for what happened at my mom's funeral years ago. I felt so thankful that they all worked up the courage to apologize for that, allowing both Oscar and I to forgive everyone. And even Rosie's ex came to thank us for helping him learn about the true hideous Rosie before it was too late. After all that's happened, I finally feel a lot better about everything that's happened at my poor mom's funeral and can now visit her grave without feeling ashamed.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.